Shameless.
United in the Europa League, Europa League.
Manchester United 3, Sharif 0. All in the evening's work, really. Nice routine win. I said that before the game. I said it'd be so nice to just get a nice routine win where we get the goals that our performance deserves. And actually, we probably deserve more goals, to be fair, if Ronaldo had his shooting boots on today. Where do we start? I'm going to start at Garnacho. I thought he was a breath of fresh air. I really did. I thought he took his opportunity well today. I thought he was exciting. He got me off the edge of my seat like he did to a lot of the other Manchester United fans. And rightly so, we came off to a standing ovation. And in the presser afterwards, you're expecting Erik ten Hag to wax lyrical about him and say how good he was and say, how well he did and stuff like that. And he did kind of do that, but he went straight to his attitude. And actually, I want to talk about this because I think it shows exactly why Erik ten Hag is perfect for Manchester United. It shows exactly why Erik ten Hag is in control in these early stages of his Manchester United tenure. He basically said that, he hasn't been happy with Garnacho's attitude up until now. And now he is, and that he did well, but he's demanding more, especially with the young players. They need this, they need that. And I just felt that was really good because us as fans, we want Garnacho to play. There's been loads of times this year where we're like, why is Garnacho not playing? Let's put on Garnacho, put him on here, put him on there. We didn't see him on pre-season tour as well much, I think at all actually. And to hear him say that in that moment, again reiterates the fact to the youngster, to Alejandro, that you need to keep working hard and keep your head down. And again, it proves he's building standards. It proves he's building a culture, and it also proves that Garnacho can respond. Okay, it's against a very poor Sharif team, but he was at it. And you know what? When you look at what Jadon Sancho's been doing on the left-hand side, compared to what Garnacho had done, yes, it wasn't in a Premier League game, so I'm not suggesting that he's better than Jadon Sancho, but it was definitely refreshing to see him play in that way. Look, it was something that we'd been missing. Someone who gets the ball down, takes on players, and is really direct on that side of the field. Obviously, we know we're getting that with Anthony. On to Anthony, actually. There's been so much made of online about him doing the Antony thing. Then he played the ball out. I think Paul Scholes has said it's embarrassing and that needs to be coached out of him. And Ten Hag didn't exactly say that he wouldn't talk to him and that it was perfectly fine him doing that. What he said is that he's fine with how he plays as long as it's productive. If Anthony done that and then the pass that he made didn't go out for a goal kick, I don't really think we're talking about it this much. I think he did it against Newcastle. And we was like, look at Anthony doing it for no reason. Or was it Chelsea? I can't remember who it was. It was a game a couple of games ago anyway. I think, me personally, if we're going to start trying to suppress expression, then we're done out here. I think players like Anthony, you need to allow them to express themselves. Of course, there's got to be a line. You can't just be, giving the ball away needlessly and trying to take the mick out of opponents. But for me, I like to be entertained, and I like players who express themselves. And I think if you try and take that out of his game, you're gonna maybe risk him not playing as freely as you would like. So, and more to the point, this is Erik ten Hag who absolutely knows the player inside out. So I think there's been a mountain made out of this, mountain out of a molehill. People saying it's disgraceful and it's this and it's that. Just leave the man, let him play. The guy's from Brazil. He played football with no shoes in the favelas, in the cages, in the streets, on the beach, wherever. Do you know what I mean? On the sand. So that's how Brazilians play. Well, Brazilians with flair, Brazilians with sauce. And also, it has a weird effect in the stadium because when it's a bit flat, when it's a bit dull, and he just does something, it just ignites the place. It just gets people kind of having a little bit of a buzz. So I've got absolutely no problem with that. I know Paul Scholes said he was a one-trick pony as well, and this, that, and the other. And look, Anthony's been fine since he's come here. He's going through the motions. He's going through the gears. And I think he just, more importantly, I would say work on that pass before, try and get the passing correct. That's what I'm more concerned about, not the fact that he wants to express himself like that. Ronaldo, listen, he could have had about 4 goals today. Probably should have. You could see badly wanted to score. He really, really wanted to score today. And he did in the end. But, it just goes to show you, so a lot of the pundits, people like Roy Keane or Rio Ferdinand and loads of others and just people who are just really behind Ronaldo and think he should be playing more. Even for him, he was missing chances, missed chances today, but got his goal in the end. Do I think that changes anything in terms of going forward, in terms of what the next game's going to be against West Ham here? No, I don't. I don't think Ronaldo starts. I still think he goes Rashford through the middle, and then there's a decision to be made between maybe Elanga and Sancho on the left. I don't think we'll start Garnacho against West Ham. Sorry, on the weekend. I'll be very surprised if it's Rashford on the left and Ronaldo up front. Maybe he might, but I can't see it. But it's good for him to get his goal. But away from that, it was good that Ten Hag dealt with that problem, ironed it out. 2 weeks' wages was the fine. I think not in the match squad against Chelsea. Start straight away on Thursday. Just put it, and you had a feeling he was always going to score tonight. That's just how it should be. And Ronaldo just needs to kind of put it behind him, which he has, and we have as well. We kind of just stop talking about it now. Whether his legacy's tarnished or not, you may have different views on that. But at the end of the day, he's still our player. We're paying him a hell of a lot of money to play for Manchester United. And when called upon, you just go and play. And that again, back to Erik Ten Hag, shows that he's in control of the situation. He's wiping the slate clean, put it behind you. He's obviously got the reassurances and the response he wanted from Ronaldo with the squad. Done, dusted. So good to see him do that. Rashford as well, coming on, good header as well. He levelled us up. I think, again, tactically from Ten Hag, it was good. He said he planned that as long as we were winning those changes at half-time. Him and Luke Shaw combined in really, really well. And a good header from him as well. Good impact. He's been struggling in front of goal, so that's good for him as well. Eriksen, I thought, was good, progressive between the lines today, really important, and especially in a game like this where Sharif had a straight flat back five with 4 just ahead of that, and one geezer up top on his own, who actually even he was behind the ball as well. So for me, I think it was important. That's why Erik Ten Hag doesn't really take much risk in there. Played Casemiro again as well. And the midfield just did what they needed to do. I thought Bruno was good as well. It was just a nice routine performance. And like Ten Hag said in the press conference, against West Ham, that's going to be the sterner test. You know, I think Luke Shaw comes back in. Interesting to see what he does with Maguire slash Lindelof. I think it should be Lindelof and Martinez. We'll have to wait and see what Erik Ten Hag does there. But it's going to be a stern test against West Ham. They travel well. You know, they gave Liverpool a really good game. Jarrod Bowen missed a penalty, and that game could have gone. Game could have gone either way. They could have snatched something out of that. So we've got to be on our game. It's going to be a completely different game to that. But what's that? Unbeaten in 8 games now. I think it is something like that, if I'm not mistaken. We're slowly starting to cook. We're slowly starting to do things in the right way, play in the right way, be patient. And tonight, at least anyway, we got the goals that we deserved. And we've got to do the same again on Sunday, because that's where we want to be. We want to be pushing for the top 4 spots and in and around it, and making sure that we're doing the right thing. So overall, pleased tonight. It was good. Garnacho, breath of fresh air. Really enjoyed him. But Ten Hag keeping him in check. Ronaldo, I think it was routine, but again, won't change anything going forward. And my man of the match, I'm going to give it to Garnacho. I'm going to give it to Garnacho, especially when you hear what Erik Ten Hag's saying about, his performances. Sorry, his attitude wasn't there. Well, he obviously listened to the manager, got his head down, got rewarded with a start, and took his opportunity, and rightly so, got taken off to a standing ovation here at Old Trafford. So big up to Garnacho. And yeah, that's my man of the match. Mojave, peace.